Okay, it's Sunday, and I'm going to talk about the things I've been reading, watching, listening to. Going to talk about the NBA playoffs, but first, got a lot of good stuff. Shout out Yerba Madre. Their name used to be Yerba Mate. They changed it to honor Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. The Awakening Orange flavor. Okay, so for books, I've been reading Crime and Punishment. That's my big book for the summer, I guess. I'm gonna try. I want to read it before freaking summer's up. I want to get another one in, like another larger book. Um, it's good. I just finished part one. It is, dude. I have to say, it's a long ass book. Like there's a level of effort required to reading it. Like it's not passively enjoyable in the same way that I had fun reading um like a sci-fi book, or you know what I mean. There are different types of books, right? I think this book is valuable, but I can't, like, people say, oh dude, I just ran through it, just kept reading it for hours. My dude, I yeah, that's not my perception of it. I do think it's good though, I really do, but it is like it is like work. It does require like a lot of effort for me to read. For example, okay, the second book I'm reading is Between Two Fires. Hold on, I'm gonna look up the author. I want to make sure I shout out the people involved. Christopher Buehlman. Okay, the cover was also really cool. So that book I can read. Like I can't just keep reading it. That book's a fun, like a kind of like a fun read, and it's good. I'm not that deep into it though. Oh yeah, I wrote down the Hound and Arya Game of Thrones episodes. If Arya was a little angel child and not a 13-year-old assassin. Yeah, so the main character is like the Hound from Game of Thrones. That's like the first thing I thought of, and it's like a medieval setting. So if you're into that, you should check it out. I think it's pretty good, honestly. Now, for what I've been watching, I just watched a Slushy Noobs video, the Costco mukbang with Little Huddy. Dude, I wrote, they are literally the goats. So inspiring, genuinely, and I mean that. They are literally inspiring to me. Like they are the pinnacle of what I want to achieve in my life in a way. The creative expression, the freedom, having a little community, springing up around your like lust for the world, lust for life. I mean, like love for the world. Just doing, like, they just jump in different arenas and they kind of make it their own. They don't like fit the existing mold in each thing. They just like the category is them, so then they could bring their energy anywhere and it works. I think it's awesome. I like this, I like the slushy noobs a lot, bro. I think, but also, dude, that's the secret to any like any good any good like content creator, any good brand. The brand is singular. It doesn't actually matter what, like, it doesn't matter what the frame around the brand is. So it's like I'm trying to think of an example. It's like Apple. Well, like if I say Apple, you know what Apple's like brand image is. So if Apple made a bicycle or a car, you know like generally what that car would look like. It'd be sleek, minimal, brushed titanium, brushed metal, stainless steel. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't there wouldn't be like hard edges. There would be end to end design, right? Everything in the car would be like Apple. Yeah, like that singular voice, and so you can apply that anywhere. Same thing for Slushy Noobs. So like, Slushy Noobs did a boxing thing, and it was like, it was their version. It wasn't like Jake Paul. Slushy Noobs, the mukbangs. Like you're not really going to like see them eat. You're going because they're there. So they could do Slushy Noobs Run Club, and it'd be like a little different version of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be their thing. So you could, and that's the secret sauce. You don't actually want to conform to anything. You want to be singular. That the best people do that. Okay, Mall Shadow Lord just started that yesterday. My brother, we're like what, four? I think 4 episodes in. It's cool. I was arguing that Darth Maul is like a morally is not evil. I was arguing that he was not evil. That he has like there's a the Star Wars world treats him as like a redeemable character. And honestly, I may be wrong about that. My brother said no, he's pretty bad. I think he actually might be. So, but no, I still think he's like redeemable. Like there's like Paul, like his bad isn't like his singular goal is like he wants revenge on the people that wronged him. That he feels like Palpatine and Obi-Wan, and he'll do whatever he needs to do to get to that point, right? Or in this show, it's like he wants revenge on the crime bosses that betrayed him when he was coming, whatever. Is that evil? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, he's probably evil though. He's probably evil. Ponyo, awesome, beautiful movie. Old lady scene where they are young again. Interpretation. Oh, okay, yeah. So Ponyo, I watched Ponyo recently, and it was awesome. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't think I would like it, and it was awesome. I loved it. It was a great movie. If you haven't seen Ponyo, check it out. And because when I was a kid, I saw like clips of either Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle, and there were these like the way they drew the old ladies' faces was horrifying to me. So I was so scared to watch it. I stayed away from all the Studio Ghibli stuff for that reason. I thought it would be scary. And there was moments when this dude Liam Neeson as the dad. That was his character. I know he's not a bad guy, but it's like he kind of is in the movie. He's like the antagonist, but he's not like evil or anything. But he's like, dude, he's scary. Like his face is just scary. The way they draw people is kind of scary sometimes. Oh yeah, but that scene where the mother Gaia goddess takes them out and the old ladies and puts them in the bubble. They were in the retirement home, puts them in the bubble where they're like restored to their like they're still the same age and everything, but they feel like they're young, like they feel good again, and they're running around happy. And even the mean lady was happy. It's like that was awesome. And the person I was watching it with, her interpretation was like, "Oh, this is so sad because they're gonna have to return to their old decrepit bodies or sense of selves. They're gonna be feel old again once they return to life." And I was like, "But dude," I was literally thinking the exact opposite. I was like, "Dude, this is like." Beautiful, cause it's like, oh, because it made the old lady remember that, like, oh, life is good. Even the meme one, like oh, life is joy. Like this is, don't take this for granted. Like this all goes away. These feelings, even this feeling of like youthfulness, it goes away. And I was like, man, that's an important thing to remember. And it's not bad because it goes away. It's like the whole thing is good, the good and the bad. You know what I mean? I don't know if that correlates to what I'm saying directly, but I thought it was a good movie. Yeah, smile because it happened. Don't be mad because don't be sad because it's over. But now that I'm thinking about it, she did make a point because it's like, yeah. Then the next day they're gonna go back to having like Alzheimer's and stuff. It's like that would kind of suck actually. But I still think the point I'm making is relevant. Resident Evil Netflix animated miniseries. Oh, okay, the miniseries. Yeah, I watched an episode of this last night. I was so tired. Dude, last night I'm like playing hurt right now, bro. I have a headache. Everything. I feel really bad. So I'm wearing this as like armor. Yeah, the Resident Evil thing has Leon and Claire as two of the characters. It's like zombies are in the White House, and also it's panning back and forth between this village and like the Middle East, where the zombies are. It was pretty cool. The animation style looked like super realistic. And it was just like I think it's like just 4 episodes, 30 minutes each, like a mini series. That's cool. I don't mind that. Those are cool. I haven't been watching a lot of TV shows, so that like I can get into some miniseries. I just wanted to watch something. I wanted to watch something zombie, dude, because like the Resident Evil movie is coming out this summer or September, I think. That's exciting. It's the guy who directed Zach Kreger, directed Weapons and Barbarian, and I think that's it. That's really cool. I'm excited for that. It looks good. The trailer looks good. And I was playing Resident Evil Requiem. Those are hard games. See, that's another game that's like it's not very enjoyable for me to play. It makes me very scared and anxious, and it's very tense. But I do think I love the story of it, like the evil doctor. I like that. Dude, video games have such interesting worlds. I want to get back into playing Last of Us 2. I mean, I've already played it. I beat it when it came out. That's like my favorite game of all time. My favorite campaign. But I was playing that a while back and I stopped. And it's like, dude, the weather, the atmosphere in Last of Us 2 is like a perfect game. Even the mechanics of the game, like the actual gameplay, the survival aspect, it's the tension. It's fun. And like the environmental storytelling, walking into rooms that you don't even have to go into and just seeing stuff on the walls, picking up little notes, that reference back to another note you read. And it's like optional. I like that. Okay, now we're going to get into the NBA portion, okay? NBA portion. NBA playoffs are here. Today is Sunday, May 17th. That's when I'm recording. 1:04 p.m. Guys, the Lakers have been eliminated after a valiant effort fighting OKC. Genuinely, it was an entertaining series. The whole, it was up until the second half of each game, neck and neck. The Lakers even led some games going into the halftime. And then third quarter, within 5-point margin usually. But then the end of the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter just got fucking annihilated, destroyed, erased. Obviously, Luka not being there impacts. So I think if Luka was there, it'd be a whole different conversation happening, and different gameplay. Like They were genuinely like competitive early, like half. Marcus Smart face guarding Shea from second he gets the ball up until passes half court. Like that, it kind of eliminated him out of the first couple games. Like held him under his average. That was good. Dude, Marcus Smart's like one of my favorite players. I love role players. Marcus Smart, Rui, just corner threes. Or and then okay, here's my thing about the Lakers, right? So the Lakers are like I like Luka a lot. And LeBron. They're probably my favorite team. I would say like Charlotte, Lakers, and then Memphis is like that's the closest thing I had to like a home. What the? Sorry, my thing just went off. Okay, Memphis was the closest thing I had to like a home team. So like that was the first NBA game I went to, like way back when it was OKC and Memphis in I think like quarterfinals or like first round. Years ago when it was still Russell Westbrook and KD on the Thunder. So that was cool. I like KD a lot. But here's my strategy for the Lakers. Here's my notes. So Lakers out, genuinely entertaining OKC games. LeBron was their best player at 41 years of age. Keep him, okay? Keep LeBron. He's playing another year, most likely, right? Re-sign him, dude, because he was good and he contributed as a third option. He's very good, and it's like, and he was pretty clutch in some of those games. Also, separate. JJ Redick, I think is a good coach. I think they had a good season, right? I pay attention towards the end of the season, especially. And the coach of the series, yeah, it's whatever. The last game, bro, the last play, when it was like, when they were like battling, and they needed a three or something. He put Austin Reeves in, took Rui out, who was shooting the best. He was doing super well that game, shooting the best, I think, in the whole series for their team for 3-point from three, and had hit like 4 threes that night. Took him out, and then had Austin Reeves take the shot, and then replaced Jackson Hayes, who had got like 2 putbacks and was doing well that game. Replaced him with Maxi Kleber, who hadn't played like the whole series. The idea, yeah, he needs a screen. Max is a good screener. They got the look. It was a good look. It was fine. Austin missed the shot. That wasn't the play. That wasn't the play to run. Keep Rui and he takes the shot. That doesn't even make any sense. Why? Like if he's doing well the whole game. Also, we're getting to my second point here. Or my main point, my first point that I just kind of let go to have this conversation. But why not you keep Rui and let him take the shot and keep Jackson Hayes in because he was getting putbacks the whole night. Or not, but he got a couple of them that night. Like what? I don't know. That was weird. But yeah, I like JJ Redick as a coach. But here's my thing. So keep LeBron, drop Austin Reeves. I like he's cool. He was coming off an injury, fair. Yeah, I know. Didn't do that well in the playoffs. He's your secondary scorer. And that during that series, he was your primary scorer. Like he was your number one option. Shouldn't have been. Didn't do well as a number one option. Didn't do well as a second option. LeBron did better. LeBron's 41. And also he's about to get like mega paid. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't think. Yeah, I don't hate him or anything, but it's like I don't think he's as good as he needs to be in that position for the Lakers. Especially when he's just running down and falling and just dropping the ball, like turnover after turnover. It's like, dude, what? Why would we let Austin go? Respectfully, sign Ayo and retain Smart and Rui. Sign Ayo from Minnesota. They got Ayo. Get him. Young, he's good. He's like consistent. Dude, get him. Cheaper than Austin Reeves. Probably give you the same amount of like he can shoot and he can dribble. Dude, and he can dribble. That's the thing. Austin Reeves did have a good behind the back getting around Jalen Williams to score a layup. That was nice. Yeah, retain Smart and Rui. Dude, Smart contributed so. And the thing is that when Austin's on the court, so when Smart was there, when Austin was hurt for OKC and the Rockets, he was doing well as a scorer and a rebounder and a passer. Like he was contributing as a playmaker. He was like I think he had the greatest plus minus for the Lakers. I think I may be making that up. I'm pretty sure, but I think he does better when Austin's not on the floor and he's in a more primary role, gives him more scoring opportunities, which opens up things for other people. I think Austin Reeves messes up the offense. I really do. So I would say keep LeBron. And then you have, dude, Io, Smart, Rui. Keep Rui. 100% keep Rui. Why would you even? If he gets traded, that's so stupid. He's gonna go contribute to a team super effectively wherever he goes. Keep him. He was doing so well. That's so stupid. And he's consistent. He may not. He can get some rebounds. He can shoot super well. He's like chill. He's not crazy. He's not flamboyant. Austin's gonna argue. He's gonna fall down and argue with the ref every time. It's like, dude, go back on defense. Like, just play the game, bro. Holy crap. Yeah. I had it being Boston versus OKC in the finals. Boston nuked themselves. Blew up their whole. Boston destroyed themselves. I don't know what that was, but they were supposed to be it was supposed to be OKC and Boston. That was going to be the championship. And then, Boston went out in the first round of Philadelphia, and then the Knicks came in and destroyed Philadelphia violently. Crazy. Jaylen Brown, they switched up the offense, started running things through Cat. I didn't watch a lot of their games. I was busy. I didn't watch a lot of the Knicks games. I like the Knicks though. I know they switched up the offense and had Cat be more of a playmaker, like a Jokic role. That works, I think. That's a good. Yeah, makes sense. I think if they keep that going forward, especially, dude, it's gonna be so. Knicks are waiting for the Eastern Conference Championship, waiting for Detroit and Cavs to finish. That's tonight. I think it's even. Detroit, dude, what's happening with Cade Cunningham is the only competent person on that team. That's not true. Tobias Harris and Asir Thompson's good on defense, but no one can score, no one can shoot, no one can dribble. Cade Cunningham has to put up 40 points in the fourth quarter. Jalen Duren doesn't do anything. He's just in the corner on the bench, just reading, I don't know, probably reading East of Eden or something. I don't what's he. And what's funny is Jalen Duren was doing well before when Cade got injured, leading them out into the postseason. He was doing super well. People kind of wrote them off and they're oh, okay, they secured the top spot, whatever. They can chill the last games because Cade's hurt. But Jalen Duren's no, we're gonna ramp things up. And then so it was oh, dude, now they have Cade and Jalen Duren really, really coming to play. And then Jalen Duren hasn't done anything in the playoffs. We're getting bullied by the Magic. The Magic? What, dude? What are we? They're playing elimination games in each series, and they're the number one seed. Yeah, so I'm not worried. I thought Detroit would be promising. My friend said they got fraud checked. At first, I was nah, they'll be fine. But I was nah, okay, now I agree. They got fraud checked. And yeah, so if they play the Knicks, they're gonna get cooked. They're gonna get destroyed. They can't score. They can't score any points, so they're gonna get killed. And then if the Cavs, I think it's gonna be the Knicks, right? So whoever wins tonight, the Knicks are gonna win that series most likely. So it's probably gonna be Knicks, and in the West we have OKC and the Spurs, dude. That's awesome. That's another version of the final. That's kind of the primary series. That's gonna be an awesome series. I'm super excited for that. I don't know. Dude, as much as everyone hates on OKC, they're like a well-oiled machine. They're so good, so consistent. They're unselfish. They give scoring opportunities to everyone. They pass the ball. Everyone steps up. You can't I can't hate on that. I really can't. Even Shai, it's Shai. And then even him, the push-offs, whatever. I really can't be. He's good, dude. Back-to-back MVP. The flopping is annoying. I get it, but they're I saw a TikTok comment saying Shai doesn't have a bag, and it's dude, he can score from anywhere on the floor. He's the best player. I don't know who's gonna win OKC. I would probably bet on OKC if I had to, but I think the Spurs, dude, Wemby. I think the Spurs are good. The Spurs, and I think Wemby's aggression, his Wemby. I love Wemby's mentality. His effort at every level. Effort in every game. If they're up, it doesn't matter. He's trying the same amount. I think that brings a lot. And the Spurs kind of like a very gritty. They're like, so that would be a really, I don't know. That could. I'm very interested to see what happens in that series. If I wake up in like a couple weeks and the Spurs won, I wouldn't be like, what? Like I would be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I don't know. I'd also like to see the Spurs win a championship. That'd be sick. So probably OKC Knicks, but if it's OKC Spurs, that'll be an awesome series as well. Especially with Cat doing well right now. Uh, that'd be fun. I'm excited. Okay. Oh, dude, Memphis. Okay, yeah, this is outside of the playoffs now. Just in general, like the draft. So Memphis gets a pick. I think we're number 4, right? I believe. I think we're 3 or no. I think we're number 4. And then, so they're taking either. This is projected to be Cam Boozer. Dude, the screen keeps shutting off. Projected to take either Cam Boozer or Caleb. Is his name Wilson? Hold up. 6'10", Caleb Wilson, or Cam Boozer. They're projected to take one of those. The way I've heard, I mean, Cam Boozer's Duke. I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to college sports. I don't pay attention to like the draft that much. I'm thinking about it now just because like Memphis has an opportunity, and I want to see them in a good position because I think they can. But no one treats Memphis like respectfully. Like we have like so many players from the Lakers. Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, which is whatever. But like, I think even Luke Kennard, was he? Luke Kennard maybe. We had a bunch of players that they come to Memphis and they just don't play. They play like shitty, and then they go somewhere else. It's a pit stop, and that sucks. So I want to see them get a pick. Cam Boozer, I'm not mad at that because like, look, the way I heard Bill Simmons describe him is like he's consistent. He's like you're gonna get a guy that's gonna play hard. Because I listened to their like draft thing because I didn't know much, and he's a Duke guy, so I can see that. Like he's not like a lightning rod, but he's like a really good player. Consistent rebounds. It's good. And for Memphis, that could be good, especially when it's kind of like a up and down, like feast or famine team. Kind of like when you have people that you had like Ja, like especially like Ja's the opposite of that, not consistent. And then you have Caleb Wilson, who is less, like more like a lightning rod player. Like he could be really really good, or he could be good. You know what I mean? In like 4 years, I don't know. I have limited knowledge, so I want to get someone. Actually, I want to get my friend Zach on because he pays more attention to this stuff than me. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. But yeah, I kind of, dude, I don't know what happens either way. I kind of think Caleb Wilson would be good, just because you need like a guy. But I wouldn't be mad at Cam Boozer, who can like bring the floor of the team up, especially when you have Cedric Coward and like some young players. Zach Edey, that's a good. The team can be good next year. I'm excited. But we need to get Ja out there. We need to get Ja. I wrote we need to trade Ja and KCP for Julius Randle and Io. If Io doesn't go to Lakers, if Io doesn't get moved somewhere, get Julius Randle, get Io, get your draft pick, and people be like, bro, Julius Randle, no. Dude, he like, sure, he didn't play as well in the playoffs as he should. He had like a bad playoff, whatever. Just like you just need guys that are like physical. The more than I'm thinking about, I don't know, that might not be good because he'll probably treat it as a pit stop, bro. That's what I mean. Like Memphis is just a pit stop. It sucks. But you need like physical guys that can kind of like maintain the floor. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't need guys to be like, oh my god, they're amazing. But you need people to maintain the floor. The floor can't dip below a certain threshold that everyone falls. I think Julius Randle will be a good like bottom, like keeping everyone like engaged, even though he didn't do well in the playoffs for that reason. So we'll actually see. That might be a really terrible take, honestly. The more I'm thinking about it, it might be. But Io would be good. But Ja, you need to trade. You need to get something good for Ja. I'm trying to think if you could. I don't know. I'm not good at trades. I don't really do that a lot. But like, he doesn't even play. Like, what's the point? And you traded Jaren Jackson, which I don't know why. I don't know what's even going on. But okay. I want Memphis to be good. You know what I mean? And I think you have to change the culture there. So Cam Boozer, someone like Caleb Wilson. I think Caleb Wilson can change the culture. Cam Boozer can keep your team afloat. Maybe his Duke presence can change the culture. You want consistency in the team. Like you need to get guys like that they're like actually like interested in coming there because there's like a chance for them to be good. And Memphis doesn't really have that. So I'm playing 2K. Dude, my GM. The playoffs are fun. I don't know. It's fun to like kind of whatever you're watching, playing, reading. It's fun to stay in that world. You know what I mean? So I'm watching much basketball, playing basketball, video game logically. My GM, my NBA mode is fun. Yep. Rebuilding the Heat. Oh yeah, I'm rebuilding the Heat from the 2020s or 2010s. I had Curry. I drafted Curry, and before that I had Dwayne Wade. So I had my team last season was Dwayne Wade, Curry. I have JJ Redick, and I have Zaza Pachulia, and I had Al Horford as my center. Then I had Rudy Gay. What's his name? Drew Holiday, and then I was playing Steph at the point, Dwayne Wade shooting guard, Rudy Gay small forward. Oh, I have Michael Beasley power forward, and then Al Horford center. And then I would switch Curry for Redick, and then Dwayne for Drew Holiday. Good defender. And I'm so bad at the game. I'm losing. I lose. Like if I play the game against the computer, I lose. I'm really bad. It's not fun. Oh, dude, and I traded Dwayne Wade, 26 years old, for Kawhi draft pick. Like Kawhi got drafted. I traded Dwayne Wade for Kawhi in his draft class, which I think I should have held on to Dwayne for maybe a couple more years. He was really good. But dude, I'm building a very young team. I'm thinking 5 years in the future. I have Curry, Kawhi. I have Drew Holiday, Michael Beasley. We'll trade him in a couple years. I'm accumulating picks. I'm trying to get I want to trade well in the draft class for when I get into like 18 to 20. Boom. That's kind of what I'm aiming for here. Oh yeah, dude. Ghost chewed my this guy. He chewed my headphones, so I don't have any sound. Like my computer doesn't have, the monitor doesn't have an audio port. So when I play the PS5, I'm just listening to nothing. He chewed my headphones up. And those headphones have been with me forever. Since like college. They got chewed up by my other dog, Bodie. So they survived 2 chewings. Or they survived 1. The second one they got him. They've been trying for years. Like Castro, bro, but they got him. So I'm just playing on silent. So I can't play anything with a story or anything that's like important for me to listen. Have to get new headphones. But I'm broke, so we can't do that right now. Okay, what I'm listening to. So Drake. Dope, awesome. He's back. Drake's back. Also, yeah, 3 drops, the 3 albums for 3 different audiences. Great idea. People are saying it's to fulfill a contract, get out. I don't know. No one knows that. I don't know. Maybe. But the 3 different, so you have the classic Drake rap, like, that's new. That sound on Iceman, some of those are interesting. Little Birdie, that's Kodak Black. That's like Florida. That's probably one of my favorite songs from that project. But Iceman, you get kind of the classic like Drake rapping. He's rapping. It's good. I didn't listen to Habibti, which is supposed to be the R&B one, but I did listen to Maiden. What's it called? Maiden of Honor, and it was good. And that was the one people were saying was like bad or whatever, because it's like the dance hall, like Jamaican influence with some electronic stuff. Like I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think Drake is just like, he's so good. He really is. He's so good at like making things. They're just so easy to listen to. Like they're like, it's like candy, ear candy. Yeah, it's good. I like it a lot. My top 3 from Iceman was Little Birdie, Janice STFU, and Too Hard for the Radio. But I liked a bunch of songs from it. And the dance hall. I need to listen to Habibti. Get up in there. Lucky's album came out same day as Drake. I was listening to it last night. It's good. I need to like give that a proper listen. But I like any Lucky V song. I like. There was a lot, like there were some songs that I was like passive on, neutral. But I did like the V's, any V's feature. Bill Simmons, Pod. That was the inspo for this. Dude, I got into Bill Simmons recently. Last year I was listening to at the playoffs, I would listen to just him cover it at work while it was happening, because it's fun. I like the playoffs last year. Playoffs last year, the Halliburton run, that was awesome. So I like hearing the scoop on it, whatever, people's opinions. Sports talk, bro. It's fun. And then now I've been listening a lot more, and I started leaking into his other stuff, like rewatchables. At first, I was like, dude, why would I ever listen to a podcast dedicated to just talking about a movie they're rewatching? Like, I don't, the themed podcasts, that wasn't something I cared about. But dude, they're fun. I watched the Sicario one. I love Sicario because I had also rewatched it recently. I was like, oh, I want to hear. Dude, his setup, him and Slushy Noobs, it's the same thing. They just talk about they just do what they want to do, and it works because it's them. So you're there, you're like along for the ride. So it's like, oh yeah, Bill Simmons, he's like, oh, so he's treating the movie like a sports team. Like he's saying, who would you switch for that position, that role, that role? Like, would it work if we add Tom Cruise? Like, you know what I mean? He's treating it like a team. That's it. And I like the way I like hearing his perspective on something because it's unique. He approaches like with the sports logic to all like media. And he's really into media, which me too. You know what I mean? And I've recently gotten more into sports. As a kid, I didn't really care about sports. But yeah, so Bill Simmons, I respect the hustle. I respect his setup. It's cool. And I like listening to his podcast. So in Destroy Lonely, just coming out of a big heavy loan rotation coming into Drake here. Garrick sent me How to Pretend by Lucy Bedrock. So I want to listen to that. Okay, actually, I'm going to listen to that real quick, and then I'll give you a review. Okay, just listened to How to Pretend by Lucy Bedrock. It was good, very dreamy. Reminds me of Garrett likes OK Lou. That's what I was getting. That may be I don't listen to a lot of each one, so that may be there may be better comparisons, but yeah, I liked it. That was good. All right, dude, that's it. Finished the yerba. It's empty. Gonna go eat a chicken pot pie with my brother. And then it's 1:34 right now. So got the rest of the day. Cavs and Pistons on tonight. Excited for that. See who Knicks are playing. I'm making a prediction. Tonight, I think. Hold up, I'm gonna check if it's home or not. So Cavs at Pistons, Game 7 tonight at 7. I think, dude, I don't know. I'm leaning to the Pistons, but thinking about it now, I do think the Cavs can upset them. They're better at scoring. I'm gonna say Cavs. I'm gonna say the Cavs win. Unless it's Pistons, if they win, it will only be through Cade. Cade has to have another like 30-something point game. He has to get a triple-double. Cavs, they just have to have James Harden play well, Donovan Mitchell play well, which is an ask. And Evan Mobley. I think the Cavs win, actually. I think the Cavs win. I think the Cavs go to the I think it's going to be Cavs. That's my prediction, okay? All right. Thank you. That's it. Shout out Yerba. Chicken pot pie, my brother. Bro, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Great week. You got it. Bye.